over here fascinated right now. I'm looking at my dream right now,
Growing up
bro.
in Macon, where I'm from, the south side of Macon. Dream consists of playing ball, rapping, or finding the plug. I never thought I'd find myself acting and producing movies. My mother would be very proud of me to see how far we came. You see, the streets of Macon can be unforgiving. We're surrounded by poverty, drugs, and gangs. But this is my city, and I love it because the people are very special. The home where legends are born and music lives. We up one. Keep God first, and I always pray for my district, Macon, Georgia.
This is black excellence. Y'all know what black excellence is? Comes out of Macon, Georgia. Black excellence.
What's going on, world? It's your boy John Claude, 478 The Great, aka John Walton. I am the writer, I am the director of Trust Issues, the movie, and many more. And today, we're gonna give you the scoop, the BTS, the behind the scenes, the stuff that nobody knows, the things that nobody saw unless you were there. You did. Let's get it. Y'all know y'all tuned in to your boy John Claude, and we are in Forsyth, Georgia. Monroe County is where I was born and raised. You know, this was my grandma's house, you know, as a kid. That's where I lived at. This is where all my cousins came and spent the night, and my grandma would hang up the cover, and we would all our cousins hang out while the mamas in there smoking, drinking, whatever they be doing, you know, grown folk do. And it like, you know, from a kid, like, it's just where just, like, when I was young, anytime somebody would come to Forsyth, like, I always put 241, meet me at 241. This is where everybody come to. Yeah. Did my first movie here. You know what I'm saying? All my homies got to come be in the movie. We spent a lot of time in this house after my grandma passed. You know, we passed around a little bit. And I just been doing so much here. Like, we even did stuff that you wouldn't even expect to see us in a movie and be this far in life, you know what I'm saying, the kind of stuff we used to do over here. It's been a lot. I had a guy named Justin Wyatt. Justin Wyatt now works on some of the biggest films you'll ever see, some of the biggest videos of some of the biggest artists that we all know today. And we happen to be from the same neighborhood in Atlanta. So, you know, originally I was born and raised in Forsyth, Georgia. Once I got out of high school, you know, 17 years old, I moved to Old National College Park area, which is known as the South Side. And one day, you know, Justin found out that I was rapping, and Justin hit me up and Justin said, "Hey Claude, I want to do you a video." I said, "Video?" And he was like, "Yeah, I want to do your music video." I was like, "All right, come on, pull up, let's do it." So when we did it, it was just he and I. He set up, we did the music video, and when it came out, that was my first piece of content ever on YouTube. It took off. Thousands of people looked at it. But every time I look at the video, it was my first time seeing myself on camera, so I hated it. I was just looking at it like, bro, this ain't it. Damn, man, look how I'm moving. Look how, dang, why he didn't tell me to straighten up my shit? You know, I was very dissatisfied with it. But every time I would go back to the store, you know, I'm out there 2 for $5, 3 for 10, CD, DVD. Everybody say, "Man, I saw your video." And it let me know that it was growing. So he hit me up maybe like a month later and said, "Hey, Claude, let's do another video." I said, "Hey, tell you what, we can do a video, but this time, can I put it together? Can I like choose the place that we gonna be at and the people that's gonna be there and stuff like that?" He said, "Yeah, all right, cool. You choose the location." So after we did that, the video came out perfect. Then I realized that was called directing.
East Macon has always been a whole nother city. We filmed about 70% of the movie over there in Fort Hill. With the support of my hometown, I knew I couldn't fail.
I got a whole other level of love to take it to. That thing with a little country time, man. I told him, we ain't slow.
I thought you would be glad for me. You knowing everything coming. Especially, you know I came from nothing. I thought you would be glad for me. You know I did this shit for weeks. You look down on me, it ain't how it should be. I thought you would be glad for me. Now that I'm swerving in it bin, this shit made me lose half for my friends.
We got a movie on Tubi already from the Shadows. That's what we started out with.
I've been trying to build trust fund. Damn, why I keep losing my loved one?
I work my golf game out in my head a lot. Sometimes I be sitting back and I be thinking about what I be doing, and then I come back on the golf course. I be done straighten some stuff out. It's just like with the movie. You know what I'm saying? After you sit back and you think about something, you know what I'm saying, you get to be able to, you know what I'm saying, like correct some things, you know what I'm saying, like when you go back and ponder on it and think about it, you know what I'm saying, you get to see something that you didn't see.
So talk to me about Trust Issues, the movie. What's your favorite scene in the movie, Lock?
Oh man, my favorite scene got to be when I'm with Wank in his bedroom talking to him and he still stay with his mama, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying, open the door like, Mom, get this nigga fuck out your house, man, you know what I'm saying, you know? And he living with his mama, but he still got about $25,000, $30,000 stashed up for me. And he give me that when I come home, man, you know what I'm saying? That was like a real scene, like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what he did, no matter what he was on, no matter what his flaw was, he made sure that when I came home to something. And that was one of my favorite scenes.
No, definitely. I mean, that's probably my favorite quote in the movie when you say, "What's
understood ain't got to be explained." I've been gone for 20 years, nigga, and for you to have something for me when I come home, that's the reason why I left you with it.
Drop the mic. Y'all see that? That man's so sharp, man. He just impressed me every time.
My favorite scene in the movie is when Digger and Wank was on the way to I think Digger had just got out and him and Wank was on the way to goddamn to come holler at me. Digger wanted to come holler at me, so you know, they in the car and Digger smoking the blunt. You look like,
what it do?
Shit, what too, big dog?
Oh, need me to go holler at SoSa real quick.
Like shit, man, if I go holler at SoSa. He be like, man, if I known that, man, I would've stayed home, man. That nigga Digger like, shit, what the fuck you mean, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you ain't fucking with them niggas ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, woo. So that's like one of my favorite scenes. Now he asked the nigga Wank was like, man, let me hit the weed, man. Digger was like, nigga, I ain't let you hit shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The goddamn, you know, and they kind of just like rolled out. But that's one of my favorite parts in the movie.
Honestly, man, it's like I've always been in love with making and making culture. Growing up where I'm from, you know, it's like they emulate making. You know, it's like you got some, you know, some people real gang members, but you got some fake gang members and say that this and that, and certain people they say, well, how you got it? Oh, I went to make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like growing up around that, you know, it's like we outside of TV, the closest thing that we seen that was a city or something like it was Macon, Georgia. So, you know, and just the image that Macon had become is, you know, killing and gangs. You don't go to the club there, you're gonna get shot, you're gonna die, they gonna break in your car, this or that gonna happen. Don't trust them girls there, they, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
my name is Aisha Andrea, and I play Detective Sheree Holmes in Trust Issues. And I don't know why everybody's saying Macon so negative. Like, we just did a full motion picture, amazing cinematography. Macon has some of the most amazing artists, like music. It's people that's been doing music for like 20 years here, and they're still performing, still doing their thing, still dropping music. It's artists, like you can go places and sip and paint. You know, it's something for everybody here. I don't understand why they say, oh, Macon is so negative. trust and believe it's some bad things that happen, but look at all the good we have. We have plays that go on at the Douglas, the Grand, and theater making consistently all the time. And people are buying tickets, so they're coming out to support. We have movies coming from making, hence Trust Issues, along with a slew of other movies that are all made from people right here. The actors, the actresses are from people right here. So I don't know why everybody says making is so bad. It's too much talent for them to classify us as bad. We need to be talented making, not bad making.
My hometown, Macon, Georgia.
And I stand on that. Why does the world think so bad of me? I'm filled with greatness, but you only focus on the negativity. From Otis Redding to Little Richard, Quintez Cephas, Bud Dupree, all these legends, and you still can't see the beauty in me. Yeah, I got trust issues. My lack of patience, discipline, and mental health, they all got me prone to violence. But every day I get better, the more you give me access to adequate education, credit.
Undeniable, so undeniable. Baby, you're a star.
Give me my flowers, black and I'm proud like the university. Howard, undeniable, undisputed, cause deep rooted. Teamwork, make the dream work so far. We be rooted.
Here with my business partner, man. One, the other half of Luminous Concept, Ricardo, Cannady. He always behind the scene, so a lot of times y'all don't get to see him, but the part he plays in the process is crucially important because that's the editing, right? Giving us ideas, quality control, making sure all the shots look good, and making sure that it's overall a quality product ready to go out to y'all. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Rico, to the people.
Yo, what's going on, man? My name's Recardo, the other half behind Luminous Concepts, the man behind the scene. You might not ever see, man. Some may know me as Rico, but on the other part of Luminous Concept, man. Quality control, man, for the most part, just making sure we getting the right shots, the right angles, making sure everything's in place, and pretty much that last little icing on the cake, you know.
What do you think that skill set is? Like just being able to lay an eye on something and to be able to like give input like that, valuable input.
I think it's more so as a gift, man. Like, it ain't something you really learn. It's almost got to be in you, you know what I mean? Like, you can't teach it, you know what I mean? But you know it when you see it. You know if it's right, you know if it ain't right, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something that just comes natural, man. So, you know, it's just one of them things you can't never just, you know, you can't learn it. It's just something that it's just there.
So it's like I tell people all the time, like you can know how to edit technically, the hard skill, you can know how to film technically, the hard skill, but having the taste and the creativity to do something appealing, that's like a whole different ball game. Yeah, and I feel like that's our superpower, right? Because it's like two of us instead of one. Exactly. You know, if I miss it,
I'm gonna catch it, you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, we already thinking in sync. Like, he can say something, and I'm already there. I can say something, he already there, or he finishing what I'm saying. So it's like it go together like glue, man. It ain't something you can't design, you can't make it up, man. It's just like something natural, man.
What's your favorite scene in the movie, bro?
Oh, man. That's hard, right out the gate. Yeah. My favorite scene in the movie would probably be the kidnapping for sure, man. The one we shot over there on the east side of Fort Hill. It was just so authentic, man, and it just came together. Like everybody was on cue, on point, man. Thing was just it was just happening, man, and everybody was focused that day, man. I'm talking about, man, it was like we was on set that day, so that's probably one of my favorite scenes, man.
And my favorite scene in Trust Issues, the movie, I want to give it to the scene that everybody loves, which is the van kidnap scene, because it's so gangster and so beautiful and so well shot. Go, 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 go! Shout out Santrell. It's so weird. Really shout out Eric, because a lot of people don't know. Recardo is over here doing this. Hustle, the promoter, is inside of the van holding the controller for the freaking drone. Trail is holding the, you know what I'm saying? And people is passing by being nosy. Every time folks ride by, we gotta wait. All right, they got the scene. All right, action, you know what I'm saying?
All right, drive with your ball game. Action. Hold on.
So the funny part about this scene is the door is actually not closing. This is not a part of the script.
You got it?
At the same time, I'm telling Tex James to play along with the scene with the door not closing. He proceeds to go around the car, fix the door flawlessly.
Hey, don't you take us on the mission at regular though? You gotta stop smiling now.
This is impromptu as well. As you hear me giving him the line.
Yep.
Man, taking us on a mission on that regular ass truck, man. Fuck the bad though, man. Alright, man.
I just talked about this, and it's just I don't know, but when Cam got shot, it's a little boy that's on the bike, and you say, man, Cam is shot. I don't know why that part is funny. It was just like the little boy was just so into it. He was like, yeah, Cam shot. So that's my favorite part though. Because in my mind, I just felt like that was the turning point of the movie. Like everything led up to that, and then you have this one moment that's gonna lead out the rest of the movie. So I felt like that part was something that people need to see the importance of it and need to feel the emotions of that part. So I definitely remember that part.
Hi everybody, I'm Miss Tommy Girl. I played Kim in the movie Trust Issues, and we're gonna welcome you to behind the scenes. Getting some hot wings with my son in the car. Yes, because for those that know Miss Tommy Girl, I am the mother of 5 sons. So I'm accustomed to being in the car and having my son have his headphones on, one or all, and they ignore me. I'm like, hey son, what do you want to eat? And he's bobbing his head and stuff. So it felt real to me, and it was fun just to replay a character such as Kim that is so much like my life. I identify with her because, again, I grew up on the east side of Macon. I've been in some quote-unquote lackluster areas of the hood, so to speak. And through all of that, I learned lessons and decisions. And like my character, made choices to put my sons and myself in a better position, no different than with my son in the movie, Zai. We moved from Macon to Atlanta, and my job was taking care of him while Digger was away. Same thing with my sons, but that scene itself was just such a connection that it followed us through the entire movie. I am a mother.
The artists that I seen on YouTube that I felt like had star potential, and I didn't know him, had never met him before, never heard his name, nothing. Billy Howard, B Jizzle, the Anti-Social Don. I seen him. He had a diamond smile. I looked in them chains, I said, them chains real right there. I said, I like him. Because a lot of times, people don't understand when you're doing a film, Like you need more than just bodies. You need somebody that can put into it. You need somebody who got motion, somebody who bring the same thing to the table as you. If not, you're gonna be carrying a heavy load. And you know, I seen Jills and I felt like Jills had star potential. The music was good, and I just believed it. You know, sometimes you look at a song, look at a video, and you see some people, and it's like sometimes they just doing music, but like I believed them when I saw it, and I felt like that's the guy right there. I'm finna get his contact information. So I hit Angel Hood up like, who is this guy? He gave me his information and I reached out, and man, it's been history from there.
I've been riding with that chopper, think about my mama done lately. Tears fall from my eye, cause I be missing my baby. Duke, you stay on my mind, since you been gone, it been crazy. I can't let go that I won't let no folk nigga take. Sometimes I wanna shit down.
Southside done, man, we out here, trust issue. The movie, nigga, day one, you know what I'm saying? We at the hair salon right now, man, you know what I'm saying? Real nice, clean motion, you feel what I'm saying? But stay tuned in, man, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's about to get motherfucking gangster, nigga.
No AC, with a little ratchet, bitch. Pocket full of stones, it's the first of the month. So you know I'm locked in and I ain't taking no show. This shit here glad, hell yeah, I want 10. I done got a little blood. Woods got several, bands got several.
First of all, man, I am SoSa, SoSicc, Mr. Motherfucking Bloomfield, like hell, man. Macon, Georgia, man. Right now we're in Bloomfield at my partner house. We're at Nut Souls. We ain't all the way set up due to the weather, but yeah, man, we're on Black Coat, man, doing our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I played Murder, which is Murder Man, you know what I'm saying? Green Team, like hell, really a dangerous individual, man, you know what I'm saying? I hate that I ain't get to knock my motherfuckers off in the film though, but nah, man, I was basically Southside Boss, right-hand man of the Green Team, you know what I'm saying, the enforcer. Basically ran with Fly, man. Fly with my protege, you know what I'm saying, put him on because I was getting a little older, basically, you know what I'm saying, so I wasn't doing a whole lot, basically. Fly with my next takeover, man, so Murder, basically the enforcer of the Green Team, man, since Lockdogg was gone, Digger, Grave Digger, you know what I'm saying, so yeah, I played Murder.
For sure. And you did knock somebody out. You actually knocked Wank out, right?
Hey, I ain't knocked him out, man. He made a decision. I just left it there, man, you know what I'm saying? If he wasn't roguish, he could have picked it up and asked who it was. He could have, if he was a hustler, he would have picked it up and sold it. He picked it up and tried it. And you know, sometimes you try the wrong thing, man, shit don't work out for you. Rest in peace, OG Wank, man.
Rest in peace, OG Wank. Habit got to him.
Now, you know, I get a lot of flack for that shit. You know, cause Wank a lot of people's favorite character of the movie, man. So people were killing me on Facebook. Oh man, you fucked up Wank, man. You low down there, man. Wank wasn't shit. But just so y'all know, man, that one of my best friends in the world outside of that shit, for people understand that this a fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? My partner ain't no junkie. And that damn show, one of my best partner, man. Shout out J Mo G's and rest in peace, OG Wank.
For one, you know what I'm saying, before the movie even was thought about, you know what I'm saying, we were working on this the project, the Family Tree project, you know what I mean? So shout out to the tree. But you know, we had a song on there called Trust Issue. And, you know, me personally, you know what I'm saying, like I have a lot of trust issues. So like, you know what I'm saying, we just sitting there thinking, I was like, shit, fuck, we just named the shit Trust Issue. You know what I'm saying? Like Claude liked it, the big bro liked it, so we just ran with it.
What was the first day of filming like? Like, how, take me through your mind or the energy, like.
We here, like, we making history. You know what I'm saying? Everybody showed up, even the people that wasn't supposed to be used that day or at that moment, you know what I'm saying? Everybody showed up, man, you know what I'm saying? And we went to Macon State Prison and did the first scene. And once we started shooting and filming, man, you know, it was like, we really doing a movie.
Shit, cold. I remember it being cold as fuck.
It was cold in the motherfucker.
For sure.
Cold as hell, shit.
Crowded, cause we, you know what I mean, around each other and shit, man. It was just one of those, shit,
honestly,
to me, my bad. to me, it was just one of those all hands on deck type things, man. Like shit, a lot of beautiful people came together, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers who didn't know each other from a can of paint. And we was all able to come and support my nigga vision, bro. And, you know, the rest is history, bro. And honestly, it was just it was a enjoyable experience, to answer your question.
That first day, man, it's unexplainable. It felt magic. I had my people with me from the city. You know what I'm saying? It felt good to get certain people out the streets and to believe in what I had going on.
When I learned you can get your clothes and tell them you did it, the internet came out. Favorite show. I got my player balance.
Saying when you can get your clothes and tell them you did it.
You know what I'm saying? So he can do this. Yeah. I just want to, he just finna add this little B-roll shot to it.
Okay, good, because I didn't know if I could stay out there any longer.
Well, you damn sure ain't look like you had no problem.
Yeah, man,
Large-scale drug roundup lands dozens behind bars in Monroe County.
It's the result of months of undercover.
The north side of town was represented by the Orange Team. Most of them were natives of Forsyth or Atlanta, led by Sergio, played by John Cloud.
Southside representing this bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking about. I think it might be money.
Nobody say that to everybody when you get mad.
Fuck wrong with you?
If you want to fight, just say
Yes,
it.
We ain't even gotta sit here and go back and forth.
You gotta say about all this bullshit you don't mean. Say what you really mean.
She recording. Okay. So the only thing is, you know, people in the back, you know, this the camera, so you know y'all just gotta, you know what I'm saying, lean to the middle right there. You know, don't let the seat block you. You know, y'all type shit. All right, so it's on you, Clark. Camera rolling, so you rolling.
You got no conversation there? We're gonna put our music in the back. We'll talk about riding the Benz and that bitch ain't always, man.
Niggas smoking. Niggas smoking, talking, and now we got damn, okay, this motherfucker come back with some motherfucking papers. Yes, written out. Shit, nigga, we smoked and talked about. Different, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Putting that shit into reality, nigga. Man, bro, and so you think, you know what I'm saying, nigga, I can see a water to a well, nigga, I done did a lot of motherfucking player shit, but get what? Shawty came and pushed some more goddamn hit 2 cents and the fuck up around me.
Are you at home practicing in the mirror, or is this just all on the spot? Cut the lights on and I'm ready to go.
Real shit, cut the lights on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the character I played wasn't far-fetched from who the fuck I've always been, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the majority of people know me from music. The whole movie is basically every actor in that movie is their life. You know what I'm saying? We changed the colors up because we don't want people to feel no type of way with blue and red and black. So, you know what I'm saying? We do the orange and we do the green just to get the point across, but not necessarily make somebody feel some type of way about, oh man, they killed more people than us, or we really killed more people than them, or, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, Macon is a real deep gang-related city. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of this shit still going on. You know what I'm saying? Murders every day, and no matter what we do to try to change it, we can slow it down from times and then it pick back up. So it's like, I guess we gotta stick to the messages in the movie, man. We really gotta try to put that to the real life situations of what's going on out here. So hopefully everybody can see it and understand that trust issues is basically real. It's most definitely real for Macon, you know what I'm saying? So it's a hood in every city. Ours is most definitely dangerous as fuck.
Cause I just can't take no more. Oh no. No more. I just can't take no more. God, Father God, can you make them move? I just need you to move.
Shit. I was finna say that. No love, you know what I mean? Shit. That shit alone, no poverty, and not having nobody care about you. That shit'll dry your ass down there.
Hey man, it take a lot, you know what I'm saying, to just not be a product of your motherfucking environment, my nigga. This is what you see on your day-to-day.
Real shit,
but you see the only nigga that done made it in your motherfucking hood, he dry like this. He made it from selling dope too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It takes a different kind of brain to go on outside of that right there and then take it and, all right, say like Claude did and say, nigga, I gotta make a motherfucking movie out of this shit. Other ghetto nigga like me gonna wanna see that.
I'm Andrea Cook. I have a bachelor's in social work, my master's in marriage and family therapy, and I am a doctoral candidate at King University. I have the great pleasure of running the Making Mental Health Matters initiative. It is a program that is under the mayor's office and under the umbrella of the Making Violence Prevention Program. There's a deep correlation between blight, litter, these large dump sites that people see that children have to pass by before they go to school. There's so much research around that, the deep connection between mental wellness and the environment that you exist in.
Making, like I say, man, you know, like when you looking at the news and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, you kind of looking at it like, man, it's a badass place to live, you know what I'm saying? But like for me, like it really wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it teaches you how to survive. You get what I'm saying? Because like, for one, it ain't a lot of jobs here, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of multi-million-dollar people here. Like, I can't walk out the door and just meet a basketball player, football player, or, you know what I'm saying, a Tyler Perry. I can't walk out my door and see these people. You know what I mean? So like, nobody put us on. You know what I mean? So we had to just really learn how to survive. So making, you know what I'm saying, it just teaches survival. Your favorite thing about making? Shit, it just, I mean, I was born and raised here. You know what I mean? Like, the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, got some good legendary food spots here, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't had no New Way hot dog, nigga. Oprah was talking about the goddamn New Way hot dog, nigga. You know what I mean? So like, New Way, Bear Den, you know what I'm saying? Like the people, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of love here.
Now can you see the beauty in me? The Most High resides in me. Well, the schedule, because y'all was not playing. So in spite of whatever was going on, like personally for me and my life, like it was still, all right, you gotta be there. You gotta give, you know what I'm saying, 1,000%, because everybody was so, even people that's never acted before, you know what I mean? Like they was really excited. So everybody was really into it. So it was like, no, you gotta be on point. There was no time for slacking. There was no time for not giving 100%. Like, you really had to be dedicated the whole entire time.
The hardest part about the whole process, out of everything, from start to finish, the most difficult part to me was holding that camera and editing that movie at the end.
You know, and it was just having to keep up with everybody's everything, you know, and I think that was probably the most difficult part. After a long day and everybody go to sleep, you gotta go sit down and put together the schedule for everybody for the next day. I think that was probably the most difficult part.
I didn't even know how you were gonna get all that shit put together.
You probably already know this, but I'm gonna say the editing. Like, oh my goodness, man. Like when you got probably 5-6 hours of film.
Like from how we were shooting the scenes, I'm like, man, how in the hell?
And you trying to convert it all into maybe an hour and 30 minutes or an hour and 45 minutes. And you know what I mean? It's jumping from here to there, like.
Well, once I seen it, I was like, man, this nigga really the GOAT. Cause I'm used to you shooting videos. I most definitely ain't never seen you do it, man. You did a hell of a job. That editing shit was awesome, man. So shouts out to you on that shit.
They did this thing with like 80, 90 black men and women. Put this thing together, man. You know, rock out.
They say, Lock, man, what can we do to unify the city? I tell them we just did it. We just did it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all overlooking what we did, though. What we did is big. You know what I'm saying? With people from different sets and gangs and different people from different sides of times and all that put aside everything that they had and just made this happen. You know what I'm saying? And we still together on it, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, man. It's beautiful.
Man, this city is huge, man. The things that surround it and the people that we have touched on the outside of this city. We treat this city like it's, you know what I'm saying, like we Smurfs in a small place with the whole world going on around it. But we bigger than that, you know. And sometimes we have to stop, look at ourselves and say that, man. Like when me watching this, it inspired me to do something. You dig what I'm saying? So even though I'm already doing a lot, it still inspired me to do more. And that's why we do what we do.
What do you think about the boxing scene? Like, cause that's the scene that you actually had to act in, right? So Recardo has a cameo in the movie as well. So
I ain't asked for it, you know what I mean? You know, I try to stay behind the scene much as possible, man, but
I can tell you that it took a long time to get here. Yeah, been a good year. On the road doing shows.
it was just one of them things where we were like, what we needed, and we ain't really going back and forth. When it's time to do something, we doing it, man. So we had to do what we had to do, man. And I think it came together real smooth, man. Like, people wouldn't even understand if they was to see the boxing arena before we shot it, man. I'm talking about we changed the whole dynamics of that stage, man. So it came out real dope.
Said they did. Damn. It gonna be like once upon a time in America, this how it used to be.
Yeah, and I'm trying to stay alive so I can get what you need, right?
Right? You gonna stay alive?
I feel like Making Georgia is evolving. Like, it ain't what it used to be. It ain't who it used to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? It still has the stigma of that skating ring and them bandanas and all that stuff. But, you know, like, when you see like Baby Jungle, you see To Win, you see these different people, like the style of how it's different. It's completely different. You can almost look at a person from Making and tell their era. You know what I'm saying, nowadays. So it's like for the era that I came from, that I admired, I felt like that's what I wanted to tap into. That's why I wanted the movie to be, like, that was my whole idea, to go to the old Making.
I am switching to a positive mindset with practice.
I'm from a real small city, dope ain't strong, but it ain't so pretty. Murder rate high in the ceiling, it's about to go down, I just got that feeling.
Police! I know y'all up in here! Don't try not to shoot!
Man. I need more time.
Time? Time, Holmes? What I always tell you, you can spend money, but you can't never get time back.
This is a very special situation we got going on. And this right here is the start of it. Mark my word. This situation was a good experience, man. I remember, I'm talking about, it was this time of year. It wasn't even goddamn cold. I mean, it was cold rather. It was cold in the motherfucker like it was the other couple weeks ago. And we out there 2 o'clock in the morning, midnight, trying to get this thing going. As beautiful as y'all seen it, it take hard work, dedication, effort to make a movie that we made, bro.
Now can you see the beauty in me?
Shit. I'm surprised I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I done been through the most, man. I done been shot 1,000 fucking times. I done been arrested 1,000 fucking times.
How many times you been shot? If that's on you feel comfortable sharing that on camera? 5 times.
Yeah. I used to have a pistol under my baby stroller. You know what I'm saying? Coming through the hood, like just coming back from New York, shit, I came back banging. Like, this is what the neighborhood on, shit, this is what I'm on. I'm 14 years old, you know what I'm saying, with a 357. Mama don't know nothing about it. She know, but she don't really just exactly know what to say. The whippings ain't working. You know what I'm saying? Kicking me out ain't working. What you kicking me out for? I run away for 2 weeks. You looking for me through the neighborhood, I'm hiding in the homie house. I'm out here sleeping in homies' cars because I don't want to go home, but everything I want and need is at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want for nothing. I think I wanted the lifestyle of the street more than I did the cool kid. I had the popular shit in school, like the nigga who know how to dress, the funny dude, the silly dude, and all that shit. And I still chose violence. You know what I'm saying? I still chose the street. I can't necessarily explain why, but I guess the only thing I could say for that is it was fun at the time. Even the stuff me and my homies sit around and talk about. When we laugh and talking about shit, it's all the bullshit we would be in prison for if we would have got caught for it. We reminisce laughing about shit that we barely got away from. Like, that was the fun stories from back then when we were children. Children meaning 18, 19 years old, 14 to 25, we were still children. Like, I didn't even understand how to step away from some of this shit until I got like 30 something.
Okay, so what you're talking about is resilience. And so once you get to a certain age, you've built up more resilience. And resilience is really good when people have been severely traumatized. So young people are more susceptible to influence simply because they don't have the tools that you build as you get older. So influence is very important. There's also a lot of research around the development of the frontal lobe and how it's not fully developed till you're about 25 years old. And so you make rash decisions until you have that fully developed frontal lobe.
You're gonna make mistakes in life. It's okay. But you got to learn from your mistakes and you got to grow from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I come from a community and I come from a hood and I come from a family and people who go to jail on a constant basis, you know what I'm saying? And either you gonna learn from it or you ain't, you know what I'm saying? And Digger teaching you, he telling you, learn from that so you won't go back. And sometimes you don't have control of the situation that come forth, but you still got to try to beat the odds, you know what I'm saying? You got to beat the odds, you got to have a plan, you got to want to change. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to change, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be stuck back in the same place where you was.
That shit a lot, you know? Man, shit. I'm watching 1 year turn into 2 years and watch the same nigga stay in the same apartment doors, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the same shit. We talked about 3, 4, 5 years. Hey man, fuck that, nigga. I ain't trying to be next in line talking about that goof ass shit.
Nah, for real.
Nigga having kids and shit, boy. Man, listen, bro. Nigga need land, hey man, first thing first, you need to broaden your horizon, man. You need to get around other motherfuckers that got other shit going the fuck on. Other ideas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being trapped in your mind could be one thing too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even as a child need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? You don't live just for you. Your decision that you make don't just affect you, no matter how big or how small they are. They affect someone else, you know what I'm saying? It's people who love you, you know what I'm saying? So the bad decisions that you make, you know what I'm saying, you are being selfish. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop being so selfish and thinking about us, you know what I'm saying? Because when you die, people are hurt and they mourn for years and they mourn. Some people never get over it. When you go to jail, people go and do time with you. You doing 5 years, somebody else doing 5 years with you, sending you money, running around doing this for you, calling lawyers for you, calling the probation officer for you, all this right here. So, you know what I'm saying, it's telling you, you know, your decision that you make can come back to haunt your family, not just you. It can come back and destroy everything that you love and everything that you built.
I did a lot of shit I regret, son. Shit, one thing I damn sure regret is getting you caught up in my bullshit, you feel me? I'm saying this shit was never supposed to go like this. 20 years, and I come home, get you caught up in my bullshit.
What I have to say is that we need to dispel the myth that Black men don't raise their children. There's a new, and I keep saying research, but I'm a researcher. There's new research that just came out this year from the CDC that talks about dispelling the myth that Black men don't raise their children. What I will say is that there needs to be more communication on the parent level, even if you're not in a relationship with the person who you have a child with, that you don't allow your adult relationship to negatively impact your children. Children don't ask to be here, and we should all sacrifice more to make sure they have what they need.
So many different movies, things that you can get from this movie, rather. One message I can say is redemption.
You know, just I was raised in the 80s. Well, I ain't gonna say the 80s, the early 90s. You know what I mean? Like, it just was a certain way people did shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, order. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't no order, it just shit just chaotic. You know what I mean? So like, you know, me just looking up to who I looked up to. You feel what I'm saying? And I just seen how them niggas move. You get what I'm saying? And like, these niggas still like him moving. Rich as a motherfucker now. You know what I mean? So like, it's like, you gotta stand on something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay loyal to something. You gotta just stand on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, most niggas ain't standing on that. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of these niggas crashing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just big on just moral principles and all this shit.
I remember my very first premiere, my aunts came and they left in the middle of the movie because they said, it's good, but it's just, you know, it's just too much killing. And I ain't wanted to feel that way again. So as I was writing this film, I used KP Hard Knock as a character where you keep seeing him in the movie. He's like Hustle Man. He plays so many different roles, and it's like right before so much killing happened, like right when it get kind of crazy, he popped right back up and lighten the mood again. You know what I'm saying? That was the main reason for KP's role. From the beginning, it was before things get too serious, you see Hard Knock again as the Lyft driver. You see him again as the man inside the bootleg selling the weed. You see him again, he's the DJ. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that was something to lighten the mood.
Yeah, some of them shots, man, are like monumental, like very historic. You got shots of the Okmulgee River, man. Like, this is one of the biggest rivers probably in Georgia. We would probably say, not even just Macon. You got shots from the different hospitals, like the Coliseum, the top, like even one of the churches, like one of the biggest church you probably see when you get to the east side. This is the first church you see, man, like with the big lion heads on the top. You know what I mean? That was crazy. Even riding down some of the, you know, key streets in Macon. Like, you going from the south side to the east side to the west side.
Tell me what's your favorite scene in SoSicc movie?
Man. Of course, every scene I was in, but I would say, yeah, I would definitely say, cause like I said, I'm a lyricist, so I like to captivate on positive things, and you and I know, everybody know that watching it, man, Macon got a lot of trouble, just like everywhere. I mean, Macon ain't the only troublesome city in the goddamn world, but what I liked was the message that the movie put out. I forgot the brother's name, but he was saying about the orange team and the green team. Yeah, the preacher. And he was saying about unity and love and how shit just stop.
Week we hearing about somebody's losing their child, somebody's losing their daughter, all this black on black crime, all this crime, killing each other for no reason. Man, this gotta stop.
That wasn't even in the script, like, you know what I mean? So that was put in, you know, during the process, you know what I mean? Like I said, we battled in between, like, should we show it, should we not show it? And to the point where we're like, well, we're gonna show it. And, you know, people loved it, you know what I mean? Like I said, because you gotta understand, you got different crowds that you're trying to reach. So what somebody might not like, somebody might love, you know what I mean? You know, like I said, one person gets something out of it, then we did our job.
I ain't gonna lie, another scene that I like for real, when I had told the friend of mine in the movie, man, how this wasn't the environment for him to be in, you know. To be honest, whether folks know it or not, shit, nigga, I was talking to myself in that motherfucking scene, for real, because I definitely was that nigga, you know what I mean, in the trap every damn day, knowing, boy, this ain't even what I do. What the fuck am I doing in that motherfucker? And happened. I ain't had nobody tell me, hey, bro, this ain't the spot for you. But I was the type of nigga to self-reflect and know, like, bro, at any moment, boy, shit, Fed coming in, motherfucker, they taking everybody, bro. They don't give a fuck if you next door, you cross the street, or whatever the fuck, like, nigga. I had to remove myself from that environment. So when I told home that shit in that movie, bro, that shit was like a self-reflection type thing. So it was a little personal and sentimental.
Definitely need to become more aware of our own culture and being okay with the fact that Black people are not on a monolith and we don't all have to behave in the same way. And so not ridiculing a young person simply because they talk differently.
Sweet ass little count, they got a nigga head though. I'm gonna keep y'all nigga posted, man. I ain't gonna take y'all time, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out this bitch in a minute, man. Y'all nigga hold it down, man. Keep it tight. P.O.P. Hold it down.
Favorite character. He could have played any role in this movie. Any role that you could have gave him, he would have nailed it, no matter what. Jody Mosley, man, favorite character by far. Great energy, you know, gonna make you laugh. Like, even when it's cold, we've been filming for hours, he gonna find a way to just get a little chuckle out of you and make it all right.
Trying to look up stars that nigga like golf feel the cat. I know y'all feel the track, and we so real at that. Still the rat, dressed in the orange and the black. Dressed in the orange and the black.
Growing up where I was from, if you had a Black Flame CD, a motherfucker held that like the blunt. Like you hold that tight. You don't scratch it, you don't drop it. It ain't but a couple of them in this county. And we don't got no burners. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, hey, boy. Yeah, like, so just that texture, that part of making Georgia, you know what I'm saying? That banging, like, I wanted the world to experience that and feel that.
I'm making Georgia.
Got a lot of kickback on that. I just felt like, you know, I always feel like this, man. People gonna only value your product as much as you value it. So, you know what I mean? I didn't want them to feel like, okay, they just shooting, you know, doing something, shooting a little regular movie. No, I felt like it was bigger than that. And the whole $100 thing, man, it was just like, we're gonna charge our worth, you know what I mean? So you're not gonna only be the first person to see this. Like, y'all, like I say, y'all seen the cut that nobody else see. You know what I mean? You got a chance to put your clothes on. Like, there never had been a premiere in making, period. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to even have a red carpet event, like, that was exclusive. So I felt like, yeah, we're gonna put clothes on, we're gonna be grown, and, you know, we're gonna show up, man. Like, with the $100, man, you got food, I'm talking about drinks, like you say, tables, like, you know what I mean? Like, the decor, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, shout out to the team, man. We stayed up all night, you know what I mean, trying to get it right for everybody, man. But, like, it was like you say, the 360, man. And then, like you say, the food, I mean, we feeding you crab legs and, you know what I mean, crab raw. Like, we ain't feeding you no meatballs. Like, whatever you can think about, you know what I mean? Like, we had it there. Like, I mean, shout out to, you know, the caterers. You know, a lot of people, man. So they showed out real big, man.
You ain't never seen organic support, go back and look at, on YouTube, on the Trust Issues page, and look at the premiere. Like, these people, like, look at this.
It's kinda crazy how you be on my mind, gets me all the time.
Like, that support. When you show a street sign and people stand up and clap, you know, like, oh, that shit real.
Hey man, shouts out to all the people who came to the premiere, man. First time ever done, we charged $100 a ticket, you know what I'm saying, because it was worth it. We fed them, 360 machine, it was elegant in there, we viewed the movie, put on the concert before it, so people just didn't pay $100 coming in and just watch a movie, you know what I'm saying? They paid $100 to be part of an experience that had never been to our city before, and it was one of the best nights of my life.
What was the experience like being in making, being a part of the movie, and coming to the movie?
Black excellence, bro. Black excellence. That's the best way to describe it, man. We all came, had that shit on. You know what I mean? Presented ourselves, carried ourselves very well. You know, the bond was already created, and I feel like by the movie premiere, that shit was enhanced, because now we was all able to actually see what we created together. And that shit makes it, you know what I mean, even more lovable and enjoyable to, you know, experience. So that movie premiere, bro, that was my favorite experience throughout making the entire movie.
That shit was dope.
That shit was
That
amazing.
shit was dope. And you had to put that motherfucking shit on.
You had to, boy, you gonna get called out.
Motherfucking shit, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That man had motherfucking black folks and positivity, nigga, in unison, man. I'm talking about a lot of us.
Yeah,
like,
for
you know what I'm
real.
saying? Niggas go to graduations, niggas go to, you know what I'm saying, concerts, niggas go to funerals.
Real shit.
Nigga, we went to a motherfucking movie premiere that had your motherfucking name in the motherfucking credits, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't able to do, if you wasn't able in that truck to double that shit up to make it goddamn make some sense around that bitch, hey man, you did some shit. I don't give a fuck if your ass was in the background, shawty. That was a moment in time.
And they added to that shit, and it wouldn't be the same without that part in the background.
Nigga, for plenty motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have got to know them niggas unless it was for him. You know what I'm saying? So shit, bruh, that shit was beautiful.
That shit was beautiful.
That shit was beautiful.
That's unheard of. That's unmatched. You know what I'm saying? Like, we 4 young, black, powerful men that came together and, you know, we did something that's never been seen in this time. You know what I'm saying? Of course, people make money on shows, bring in other acts, but we made this off of our brain, off of our work, off of our product. You know what I'm saying? Some people put so much time into a craft that if they actually sit back and add up the money in the years, man, you could have been a lawyer. You could have been a doctor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this didn't even take us 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing, bro.
Oh, mama. Yeah. My mama popped out on me on set, y'all.
I thought you would be glad
Hey, folks, come on, let me go show you a little kiosk. Every time you say, where
it sweet sale. You know I did this shit for weeks. You look down on me, it ain't how it should be. I thought you would be glad for me.
Shout out Sweet. Now I'm saying I take him, I think he real moving, not just that one, that right? Yeah, making noise.
It's important for me to leave a name or a reputation for my children and my grandchildren to be able to live off of or live, you know what I'm saying, to be able to benefit from, you know what I'm saying, not only with just the music and the movies, as far as, you know what I'm saying, being a community leader, being a mentor, being a coach, you know what I'm saying, being a good friend that helps people out in need, you know what I'm saying, being one that feed the homeless, all of that right there, you know what I'm saying, is part of my legacy, you know what I'm saying, and it's part of that dash that's between 1975 and whenever the other date will come, you know what I'm saying, that's the importance, that dash. And I think I'm doing a good job of, doing a good job of filling in that dash.
We deal with numbers every day. So in order for you to achieve greatness sometimes, it comes with doing numbers, it comes with doing math, it comes with your laws, your principles, your beliefs, understanding your codes. Everything serves a purpose. Greatness. You are descended from it. Either you are a king or queen. I ain't gonna leave my black women out.
I am on this planet for a purpose.
I never watched the movie on Tubi. So when our movie hit Tubi, I was proud, but I didn't understand yet. And for everybody in Macon to push it and support it, and it got to the point where it was #1 black cinema. At one point on Tubi, the #1 black cinema. We didn't pay anybody for this. We didn't reach out to anybody. Like, it was just organic. Our film was organically became the #1 black cinema on Tubi, to the point where, you know, people sent me DMs. People screenshotted the movie. I saw it. Even people, like, sometimes you're surprised. You're gonna be surprised that everybody that's seen your work, they're not gonna come tell you. They're just not gonna come to, hey man, I saw your stuff. Everybody ain't gonna kiss your ass. But just know that when your product is good, it's gonna make its way around. And it felt good to know that it was traveling. And we was getting a lot of feedback from
being in the lift. Hey man, you the dude from the movie. Going into the bank, cashing a check. Hey, y'all, yeah, I saw that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt good, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a starer, yes. You know, I've had so many experiences. Number one, the wing place in the movie that I just talked about a few minutes ago. Every time I go there, they're like, hey, movie star, what's up, star? And I'm like, hey, y'all watch the movie again. Make sure you get somebody else in there to watch the movie again. So I'm constantly getting that. It was funny one day, real story. My son and I, one of my sons rather, and I, we were inside of Walmart. And so, you know, I'm, doing my shopping and, my thing. And this lady was on the phone with somebody. She was an employee. And she looked at me and she did a double take. So my son was like, Mama, what is she looking at? I said, I don't know, but okay. And so she turns back around. She says, hey, aren't you that lady from Trust Issues, the movie?
Oh man, at first it was kind of weird, you know what I mean? Cause I'm a low key, you know what I'm saying, on the radar ass nigga, you know what I mean? So kind of boom, like I say, I'm in Planet Fitness working out one day, boom, I'm on treadmill, give me some little cardio in, and a nigga just looking at me, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm looking back at him, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga was like, bro, Trust Issue? I was like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? So it was kind of weird, you know what I'm saying, at first, and I'm just like, shit, boy, this shit getting a lot of traction. A lot of people done seen this shit, so I gotta expect that, you know what I mean? But kind of dealing with it though, it been fun. I ain't gonna, it been fun, dog. Shout out to my guys, man. Real talk.
The impact on the music scale, the soundtrack, because really the soundtrack to me, on a different, broader scale, not related to film or anything, but Above the Rim is probably to this day on a larger scale, the one of the greatest soundtracks ever made. So the soundtracks really bring out the film. You know what I'm saying?
It's easy to kind of just follow on that same thought. Trust issue.
And all of the same, but so many different ways.
Right.
It's crazy.
That's it, man.
And it's really a dedication to the family tree because a lot, you know what I'm saying? The family tree was the ones that really stood out on that soundtrack. Everybody that was involved with that. So far as the impact, bro, the vision, the soundtrack, the directing, every day, man, listen, bit with five, bro. Put it all in a nutshell, make a long story short and a short story long, bit with five, bro. So the impact, 10. And I ain't even bullshit. 10, bro.
Shout out to the tree again, you know what I'm saying? Music, like I say, I don't know if the world just know this, but the Music Hall of Fame is here. You know what I mean? So the music kind of started right here in Macon, bro. So we always been musically inclined, but like I say, it's a deep market. So I don't think a lot of people come out here just looking for talent. You know what I mean? So, but the family tree movement, man, like I say, shit, it was just some shit where, it was the same thing with the movie shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to get everybody in the city involved. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, a lot of niggas came from different walks of life. Some niggas blood, some niggas Crips, some niggas GD, some niggas Mafia, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, Macon always been a gang city, you know what I mean? So niggas always was kind of like spread it apart. You know what I mean? So what we want to do with the family tree movement and the trust issue movement is just bring niggas together as one for the city. And shit, as y'all can see, niggas strength in numbers, you know what I mean? Like, it won. Ain't no one man. This shit, it take a team to do shit, you know what I mean? So like, you know, like, the family tree, success right now, you know what I mean? And trust issue, the movie, it's a success, bro, you know what I mean? Like, but it took a team effort, you know what I mean?
No AC, with a little ratchet.
It's your boy MG, man. You know what I mean? They let you know how deep that family tree shit is, man. That shit real deep, bro, you feel me? My boy Jizzle called me one day, man, and just told me, like, bro, put some shit together, bro. Gonna be bigger than ever, you know. Nigga like me, bro, you know. I like bigger than ever. You know, and the people he told me that was in the group, yeah, you know, legends to me, you feel me? You know, I'm an original street nigga, you feel me? But yeah, I'm MG, man. You know what I mean? Shit, but we got in the studio, bro, and start working. Shit got bigger than me every day, you feel me? Hey, I'm missing out on my spot and everything. Shit got bigger, man. My hometown, Macon, Georgia.
Man, that shit was like a dream come true, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit was like, damn, nigga, that real love. Live it that old Macon, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Build, get them some build kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I say, like, if you looking at the news and, you know what I'm saying, like, and I travel, like, I get around a lot, you know what I mean? So we just known for bad shit, gangster shit. We just known for gangster shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So to see our shit up there, you know what I'm saying, number one, on some positive shit, dog, I was like, hell yeah.
Our future is really bright. We can't just focus on those kids that are bad because unfortunately we can't help and we can't save everybody. We need to start pouring in to the kids that's doing stuff. We got kids out here skateboarding. I mean, just doing everything that's not getting in trouble and they don't get enough shine. Our kids are amazing. So that means they came from an amazing lineage. We just gotta put more focus on what's good in the hood because it's a whole lot of it right here in Macon. A lot of it.
It started with an iPhone, man. So just you know what I mean, for all y'all future, you know, photographers, film, you wanna do film or whatever the case is, man, like, don't be scared to chase your dream, man. Like it started with an iPhone. So the biggest thing, again, I would say, man, just stay consistent is one of our mottos, you know what I mean, mottos. So if you can stay consistent, man, you can do anything you want to do, you know what I mean? So that would be my thing.
Certain niggas know how to lead, pimp, you know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
You, included my nigga and that boy Cloud, like, bro, nigga, me, watch this shit. Nigga, all them motherfuckers, nigga, getting led, bro, you know what I'm saying?
I promise you, everybody said a lot right
to
there.
some beyond what the fuck, nigga, my thinking pattern was. Nigga, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Never gave a fuck about seeing me on no camera, nigga, I don't.
Got your bone leaders out
Yeah.
To be honest, as far as the movie is concerned, I feel that this is a movie that you can sit around with your family and take it in and soak it in. Whether you've physically been in the hood or faced situations like that or not, you are getting the real of what people go through in our city. And so I think this will give you a real picture. This is not a negative movie by any means. This is a movie about passion. This is a movie about love. This is a movie about redemption, friendships, people that you thought might be your ride or die and they may not necessarily be that. Trying to save yourself and save your family. So it's so many things, and I really feel that that is the true essence of Trust Issues, the movie. I don't think it's lacking anything. I mean, it has everything. Wonderful actors and actresses, the production team, 1000% on point. nothing about this project was amateurish. This is Hollywood style. So Macon really represented, and above all else, regardless of what you might hear about our city, whether it be on social media, the news, this movie shows that no matter what side of town we came from, and for those that don't know, we had people from the east side of Macon, south side of Macon, west side, and north side. So it didn't matter about your affiliation. It didn't matter, your upbringing, where you come from, where you were back then, and who you are, quote unquote, today. It didn't matter. Everybody came together. There was nothing like what you hear online. That's what I can say, and in the news. So this was a powerful, powerful show of what we as people can do together when we choose to do things together and do it in the right light. So, yeah, that's what I have to say on that.
For one, man, stay safe out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, never give up on your motherfucking dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, stay working. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, if you got a team of niggas who are female, niggas are females, you know what I'm saying, that y'all can put some shit together, you know what I'm saying, put that shit together and keep moving and believe in each other, you know what I'm saying, like, and for my city, like, you know what I mean, like I say, shit, it been a long time coming for something like this to happen, like, in our city.
To the kids, to the adults, you know what I'm saying, hey, don't never let nobody tell you that you are too young or tell you that you are too old to do anything. Whatever you can put your mind to, don't let nobody destroy that vision. Walk that vision out, become great, and don't let nobody change that. You know what I'm saying? You can be who you want to be.
Again, appreciate Macon, Georgia for allowing me in the city to let me maneuver around the way I have. This is one of my biggest accomplishments to this date. And you can be anything, man. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to choose your team. God gonna choose your team. Keep going. The people that's for you, you won't be able to get rid of. They gonna come with you wherever you go, and y'all gonna grow together. And that's all I'm gonna say. Not Law Digital, man. John Claude, man. Let God work. Stop trying to control it. Let God work.
UNC with me and Champ coming out beginning of the year. Family Tree, we outside. First beginning of the summer, well, we'll probably drop it like July. Shout out to Cool Nation, man. Shout out to Groove Guards. Man, we got a whole lot of shit on the way for y'all, man. Make it motherfucking GA. SoSa, SoSicc, Bloomfield like hell. Y'all already know what it is, man. Trust Issues, the movie, man. If you ain't seen it, open your motherfucking eyes.
What my motherfucking Instagram is? Oh, my Instagram, Hush. Yeah, HUSH_ BILLYPOUNDS. Billy Pines on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Billy Howard on Facebook. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just follow me, man. You know what I'm saying? The shit, we ain't even got started yet, but just keep following me, man. Follow my team. Shout out to Trust Issues, the movie. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Shout out to Macon, too. I'm gonna take this shit over. Real talk.
Now just tap into the Luminous Concept page, man. Like I say on Facebook, Luminous Concept. Instagram, LC, what it is, 22 LC Global. You know what I mean? Like you say, that's where we at.
In closing, I hope that all the people who experienced, who had the idea to create this movie, based on their past experiences, if you need mental health services, please reach out to me. And I will never tell a soul if you did. None of us would ever tell a soul. It's actually unethical for us to say. But I hope that I'm not offering lip service, that people will know that I genuinely care about whether or not they are whole people. And even if you think you're whole, I think everybody deserves to have a counselor. If there are people who need services or who want to help us advocate for more access, every second Friday at the Booker T. Washington Center, we have a Mental Health Alliance meeting. You don't have to be a mental health professional to attend. And we share information about resources, services, and how people can be better advocates for mental health. So join us.
It wasn't good, it was great. Okay. Man, first of all, we from Fort Hill, everybody over from Fort Hill. So we support Lockdogg, we support Cauley, my boy Zari, and my cousin, Real Blood fam. So shout out to Lockdogg. If we ain't supporting him, we ain't supporting nobody from making it, we lame man from him. So we ain't no lame niggas. Support, man. Hey, this our Rick girlfriend in real life. Wife, ain't no girlfriend. Wife, so you know we support in my club. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I love you. To the whole cast. Oh, yeah, for life. I love you. Yeah. What's the question? What's the best $100 you ever spent? Yeah, man. You know. Hey, check out my drip. Hey, check out my drip. The boy got the Burberry with the Don't you man. Don't want to know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Only my uncle locked in. Check out his neck. Pull out the only my uncle can make me bring this out right here, man. Fort Hill for life. We love you. Yeah.
Don't let nothing stop you from pursuing your dreams. Follow your dreams. Don't let nothing stop it. Follow your dream. That's all I gotta say.
I enjoyed this movie. Thank you, Macon and Middle Georgia, for coming out, showing support for our family. Zari is my nephew. I just really enjoyed everything, all the participants. Y'all are doing awesome. Let's take it to Hollywood, baby.
At the end of the day, all I want to say is congratulations to everybody, because we work day in, we work day out, you know what I'm saying, to accomplish this shit right here.
All y'all boys, man. See y'all. Truck issue the movie. First take is over with. Good night.
Gotta be a little better than I'm used to. I know that life can get hard from what a nigga used to. Work my way from the bottom back up to the top. I'm getting back to what I'm used to. Can't nobody hold me down no more. Hold no, I'm back to what I'm used to.
Here we go, man. Trust issue the movie, man.
On the way. When bosses link.
Sir.
And do you know it's a lot of people asking for Trust Issues, the movie part 2? Never know. Stay tuned.
I know everything is going to turn out okay. I know today will be miraculous.
Like, you know, you are great, you know what I mean? And there is no limit, no endless possibility that you can't be successful.
Good job, man.
For sure, man.
Hey,
Same to you, brother.
hell of a work,
Congratulations,
bro.
man.
Congratulations to you.
On to
And
the
I
next
love
project.
you, black man.
Hey, love you too, bro. Most
sure.
definitely.
Real shit, I don't give a fuck. Homie, nigga, you. Like you, hey, bro, you did a lot of different things that let me know about you and your character, nigga, too. Every time I see you, nigga, I embrace you just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mama love you, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't watch you, nigga, we all cold, nigga. All hungry. Nigga, we all want to be high. Hey, nigga, a nigga can say whatever the fuck about whatever the fuck about nigga say that we broke. Okay, we really ran
all the way to, you know, like the devil done sent for me over here. Like, I had a friend that's been shot right here in the backyard. It could have been me, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so many memories here, but to turn it into something positive where I bring my brothers back, and you know, we done turned our life around and we on something completely different. You know what I'm saying? I'm a husband, I'm a father now, so it's like when I get somewhere like this, it's just nostalgic, remind me of how far we came, and now we film producers and directors, and we sharing our memories sitting here, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a blessing within itself, for real.
Hey, bro, all you hear in the background is these niggas still shoot. You, nigga, freeze, nigga, freeze. I'm like, oh, shit, nigga, these folks gonna shoot me, boy.
Nigga not playing.
I scrapped up right now. Hey, I rolled the window down and was like, officer, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't in there with them folks.
I'm not on no bullshit.
Boy, I ain't with them folks. You crazy as hell.
That real, boy.
I
Show
ain't
some
on probation
scary ass
smoke
motive.
shit, boy. Hell no, bro.
Know it, motherfucker.
Niggas in the back down. Niggas in the background with all the lights cut off. Nigga goddamn shooting.
Yeah.
And the police outside.
It's a shitload of police.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck that. Them folks, I swear to God, we were going to jail. That ain't the first time we went to jail with this motherfucker. I'm just like, God damn, again.
Man.
Definitely, man.